What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I know the channel's been kind of dead for basically most of summer 2022, and work and life and all that stuff gets in the way of working on your cars. Although I have been doing a lot of work on them. The Subaru was good to go. It made it to a first show. Went to a couple meets. All that was really good, but decided not to film it just because I didn't have any time. But anyways, you might be able to tell I'm in a bit of a different location. And this is one of the main reasons why I wasn't filming a lot and why there was a ton of stress, I guess, trying to find this. But as you can probably tell from the title, I'm in a new spot and made another huge investment. And yeah, we'll go walk around. So before we head outside, we'll just do a quick look around here. It's not too much. Still setting it up. That's basically it. Got the plants, got the cat. Right on, so let's head outside. So looking in from the front gate, down the driveway, all you see is trees. Just super, super awesome. Big long driveway, so I've done a little bit of work here, brushing it and cutting the grass and whatnot. This was really grown in. It still needs a bunch of work, but it's a lot better than it was. And you can't even see, basically can't even see the house from the road. There's a main road right there. And it's cool because it's all farmland around. It's all in agricultural land reserve. So it's not going to be developed. It's all minimum 5-acre farms around here. Really nice Douglas fir. I know if you watch Buck and Billy Ray's channel, he's always correcting people because they think it's pine, but no, this is Vancouver Island Douglas fir. Although I do have a pine over here. I think this is a white pine, but so there's some weird stuff here. And I think, forgot to mention, yeah, this is a 5-acre lot. But yeah, there's decrepit old treehouse thing here. And this is the house itself. Bit of a weird one, because it's 2/3 cinder block and the rest is just regular timber frame construction. But the timber frame portion of it is not square whatsoever, so it's kind of funny. It would have been nicer if it was all cinder block, but this little place here, built in 1966, I believe, and it's basically just a cabin in the woods. It's just under 1,000 square feet, 1 bed, 1 bath, and pretty much it. Not much to talk about there. This part is really weird. So we couldn't really get a full story on why this huge pond is here and what the previous owners were doing with this, but it's absolutely massive. This pond is bigger than the whole backyard of my other place. Along with that, there's also a small pond here. There's a mini pond right there and another pond right here. This one actually has water in it, and it's been so dry lately that we have no idea where this water is coming from, which is kind of weird. But it is really quiet, really peaceful when the other people aren't building their house, but it's kind of cool. The only sounds around here, you hear horses and people riding their tractors and stuff, and yeah, it's really awesome. So over here, we're not too sure what was going on with this, but I'm assuming dogs were in here. We don't know if they were raising dogs or not, but this whole fenced in thing has a concrete footing around it, so it's kind of heavy duty. But thinking we'll build a bit of a carport or something here, and then carrying down on this way. This is kind of the cool part. Now we're getting back into the woods. So we've got big alder trees back here. This is our well pump house, which we've cleaned out of like 10,000 black widows and nasty spiders just the other day. There's a second entrance down this way, which is a bit overgrown, so I need to clean that out in preparation for a concrete truck to come in and do some work on this thing. So this thing from the original, I guess, listing pictures, this building looked like it was a piece of shit and it looked like it was super small. But upon further inspection, it's actually really well built for the time it was built. And this thing, we think it was built sometime in the late 90s, and it's got a full footing. It's not up to today's code, but this thing is built really, really solid. So we were gonna tear it down, figured it would be a waste. So we're just gonna pour concrete in here and get this thing good to go for storing the cars and doing a little bit of work. And then eventually we'll add on another shop that's got taller roof, because this is just about 10 feet and this building is like 29 and a smidge by 29 and a smidge, so it's just under 30 feet by 30 feet, which is all right. And yeah, right now deer like to there's a ton of deer on this property and they like to sleep in here, so they're gonna be a little bit upset when the cars are in here. So like you sort of read in the sort of clickbaity title, this place was apparently a grow op at one point, kind of in the late 90s. And we're assuming they were doing the growing in here. That's the only place, the only logical place, I think. But the interesting thing about it is they were trying to be ahead of the curve, and this was supposed to be like a legal grow up, and this was in the late 90s. And you know, it's 2022 now, and just think of how long after the late 90s it took for weed to be legal in BC. But yeah, they definitely built this building with a purpose. And this is this is where we're assuming they were trying to grow weed in here. But now it's gonna store cars. This portion here, so what we're thinking, that we're gonna extend this building out another 20 feet, and then from the end out that way, so it'd be 50 feet. So we'd add on another 20 by 50 to kind of make this into an L shape. It'd be a full 18-foot ceiling, so we could have a lift and whatnot, a little bit more storage. But that's down the line. But now heading to the back of the property, just more and more trees. It's just a regular old forest in here. But there are some weird things, like there's piles of boulders here. Actually back here there's like massive rocks, and I guess over time we'll make some videos on that, exploring and finding weird things on this property. There's piles of deer bones and stuff, which is kind of cool. There's a huge buck that lives on this property as well. But backing through here is kind of strange, and I am really tempted to come in here and clear out these blackberry bushes. Although the blackberries that do grow on this property are absolutely phenomenal. Never have to buy blackberries ever. We got some big arbutus trees there. But yeah, this is weird because it's a big opening, it's a big clearing for no apparent reason. But there are, you know, smashed up concrete blocks or pieces of smashed up concrete back here. So it's almost like there was like a structure, or this was where an old building used to be. But we really don't know until we get into it and clear it all out. So here's like a pile of old concrete. So maybe the grill building was back there, but yeah, it's weird for there to be concrete all the way back here. So this place took me a while to find. We actually had a bidding war on it a little bit. We came in second place originally, but the first people had to, you know, they got 72 hours to make it happen, or we would get it. And they couldn't come up with the money because they had to sell their first house. And so I got first place and got it for basically the assessed value, which on Vancouver Island is, you know, we don't have an infinite amount of space, so land is at a premium. So the land was worth way more than the crappy little house, but the house is good enough for me. So we're just on the edge of the property now. So this is all farmland back there, and it's kind of cool because somebody's built a little bench here to sit, and there's a really nice view of the mountains there, and it's really nice when the sun sets back here. But all of this is never going to be developed, which is really, really awesome. See, there's trails that just wind all through this place. Lots of people ask me if I'm gonna cut this stuff down, make some money, mill it up, but really, I think I'd just leave it the way it is. Maybe there are some invasive plants in here, kind of tidy those up, maybe clean these trails up a bit, make it just a nice place to hang out. That's weird there. I haven't noticed that. There's like a weird pile of dirt. Because every time you walk through here, it's something new. Like that, for example, that tree I think wasn't down last time I walked through here. But yeah, I think for the most part, I'm just gonna leave it as is. Just gonna tidy up around the house and do some minor upgrades, but I'll just be leaving this place in its natural state, which I think is really cool. These fir trees are in really good health, really nice quality, so it's almost like an investment. If one of them starts to die or starts to or falls down, then maybe I'll mill it up, but not really planning on doing much. But that's basically why, or this property is basically why I haven't been doing a lot of filming with the car stuff. So I do apologize for that if people have asked questions and I just haven't got back to you. Been out here doing this stuff. So hopefully this weekend, concrete guys are coming in to get started on that, and then that should be wrapped up pretty quickly, and then I can start doing stuff in there. But that's basically it. So hopefully you guys like this sort of, I don't know if I'd call this a farm, but like sort of farming, homesteading content. There's gonna be a lot of chainsawing and a lot of pulling out stuff and doing random things that aren't typical for the channel, but Should be interesting to watch, I hope. Maybe I'll pick up, I've been looking at videos of those off-road lawnmowers, looking at maybe doing up one of those, which I think would be really fun in this on this property. But yeah, anyways, that's a quick look of what I've been doing, why I haven't been posting a lot of videos or content on Instagram. Hopefully you did see the car with the new wheels on it. I am pretty stoked, although one of them's got a little ding in it. But yeah, anyways, that is it for today. So thanks for watching.